Thank you very much for watching. Welcome to the Cellar Man. Really special episode today. As you can see, usually it's just me, and we've managed to fit the three of us into this really tiny shed. I'm going to introduce Dan over here.
Hi.
And Shane.
Hi.
And they're my two colleagues from the Institute of Brewing and Distilling. And I get so much flack off them for my YouTube channel that I'm including them now, and they can't duck out of it anymore.
We've come to teach him today, so...
Yeah, right. So Dan's also a Braumeister owner, and Shane has used one before too. Yeah, the two best brewers to ever be in this shed.
Overqualified for Rob.
Yeah, so in the spirit of collaboration, it couldn't get any trendier for three people to get together at the weekend and homebrew some beer. We're making a New England IPA today, so it's a collaboration New England IPA. It's like we're back in 2016. Cool kids. My brush has just fallen over. It's all kicking off. Yeah, so actually, you guys have been a good influence because for the first time ever on this channel, we've got a printed recipe. And we were just saying before, we sort of designed this recipe by committee. And we basically, Dan, you were saying we took the average of basically every recipe we could find on the internet, and
we've made a camel.
We had a few disagreements about what we should be making.
Well, Belgian triple was what I wanted to make.
And we ended up with the most average NEIPA. Average temperature, malt bill. Yeast was the only tweak I think we've made on personal choice and availability.
Should we talk about the malt first?
Yeah.
How did we come by those decisions? So I'm going to hold this up, I don't know if you can see, but we've got 3 kilos of pale malt. Is that how it worked? And it was 4 kilos of pale malt in the end, wasn't it?
3.
We did 3. Yeah, we didn't use the Belgian pale.
Basically, we've got a kilo of wheat and a kilo of malted rolled oats. That's probably the interesting bit. I guess the thing is, to start with, we wanted to make a really pure New England IPA, but my mind started to change when we went to the pub, and I don't know how much I liked the examples that we drank. They were super sweet and soupy, and so we're, I think, trying to dry ours out a bit more. I guess that's where we've ended up. We might add some sugar depending on, I'm not really sure how much extract we're going to get out of the rolled oats. We'll see what happens.
I think fermentable extract will be the tricky one. There'll be lots of sugars in there, but whether or not it's going to go all the way,
yeah,
I don't know.
But I guess, to be honest, with a New England IPA, mainly what you're looking for is tropical hop character. So, yeah, we've got a secret sauce for our hops over here.
We do.
I just about remembered to bring them home from work.
I was thinking this morning, I'm not going back to the office again.
Yeah, Shane was lucky enough to attend a, what was it?
There's a supplier around the world, most people know Bath House, and a subsidiary company in the UK is Simply Hops, and they had the underdog competition, so Dan and I actually went down and we judged it for them, and they choose a particular hop each year, and this year it was Summit, I think.
It was Summit.
It was Summit,
right,
so while we're there, we were lucky enough to get taken around the facilities there and let loose in their little hop sample store. And so I took unashamable...
What he means is he stole it. So we've got this big bag of hops in the fridge at work. So, yeah, what are we doing? I don't know if we've... I basically went through and Googled all the hops because I'd not heard of all of them, I'll be honest.
Lots of Australian and New Zealand hops is probably... Equinox.
Yeah, so we basically it's 3 hops. It's Equinox, Vic Secret, and Citra, which we did buy from the homebrew shop. Yeah, we're gonna go. I guess we were almost gonna go with no hops at the beginning of the boil, but my experience with the Braumeister has been that it foams hugely if you do that. So we're just gonna put a few grams in the beginning, and we've got a bulk of the IBU coming at midway, 30 minutes into the boil. and then quite a lot of Whirlpool addition, and then a huge dry hop basically. So it's just going to be.
I think the bittering was really hard to accept. As we're looking at some of the recipes. So a good example is some of the Brewdog ones. They put out their recipes and they have nothing at the start. And if you look at, so they'll either do nothing and then middle and Whirlpool, or just nothing Whirlpool and end, which is. It's hard to go through when you're designing a recipe not to put anything at the start. I think that was the hardest thing to do. But now a little bit of license, and it makes sense to put some at the start just for. Yeah,
I think that style of brewing might be easier in a commercial brewery when you've got quite a lot of headspace in your kettle and things like that.
A lot of the recipes also called for pre-isomerized extract. So whereas you're getting certain IBUs going into your kettle, and you know you're going to get that the other end.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of hot matter in there, so it's going to be interesting to see how. Well, we're not looking for clarity, are we? But we're probably not looking for.
And then also on the dry hop, I've got down on the recipe for 300 grams of dry hops into 20 litres of beer, which I have no idea if that's going to work or not.
I think the average was like 200 for 25. We're just 300.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll wait and see what happens. But
we're going to end up with about 8 litres of beer at the end of it.
But they'll be good.
The best 8 litres.
So and then the other thing, I don't know, you might be able to see over in the fridge, we've got a little yeast starter. We had like a bit of discussion about which yeast to use, but we were constrained by availability in the end, and we wanted to use one of the Yeast Bay produces a Vermont yeast strain which is supposed to be isolated from heady topper. But we couldn't get that in the UK anywhere, it was sold out. So the Man Fermentationist, and I think a few other recipes, recommend Y Yeast London 3 strain, which is what we've gone with. And it seems to have like bulked up pretty well. Yeah, enjoying life over there. So that is what we're going to use. I don't know, maybe in the future we can do a reprise with the Vermont stuff.
The next tricky step is the decision as to when to dry hop, because there's a lot of. This is one of the ones where you dry hop during fermentation or at peak. You get those transformations, so you get reduction of some of the hop aroma, changes of others, and creation of new ones through biotransformations. It's usually you go for ferment, take off the yeast, do it in a secondary vessel. This one. We haven't really discussed it. I was just thinking, you're going to pitch and then 3 days in, are we going to put the dry hops in? Or
I think, and whether we do 1 or 2 dry hop additions, that's actually kind of the fun thing about this recipe, is you can do it about 100 different ways, and maybe in the future we'll revisit it and see what we would change. We're going to get brewing, get mashing in and things like that, so we can get onto our barbecued food pretty soon, before the beers start flowing too much. We'll check in at the end of our brew day, and then I guess I'll put up maybe we'll have to do this at work, but I'll put up a review video when we've got the...
On the Thames, so we're drinking it next, under Tower Bridge, we'll have a pint there.
Unless it's embarrassingly poor, in which case you'll never hear from any of us ever again. I'll give up. Okay, right, let's get brewing.
I had a beer. It was not a very nice beer, but a beer is still a beer. Crowds walking, waiting, stepping out. I used to think I knew best, better even. I wore a t-shirt with a beaver and a quiff. And if I never really did those things, did I ever exist? Feel I'm changing, I'm transforming, I'm standing in a doorway, leaning, threatening, standing in a door, blocking you, stopping you from leaving. Is growing up just growing old? just rolling over. I'm getting up and going out. You're not changing, you'll just swallow in time. You're not raising hell, you're towing the line. Can you help me? I can help you figure it out. You're not changing, you're just remembering how it used to be. Softly, softly, a change is coming over me. Letting in a little poison. When you let go a piece of your soul, you're letting go a piece of your whole. See your reflection in the broken glass. You're hard and round like a cue ball. Stone man, so white, so small.
Right, that is another batch in the bag, isn't it? Sort of went according to plan.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Hazy enough.
We're like, get hazier, get hazier.
It looked very clear for a while.
Yeah, but don't worry, we messed it up enough near the end, didn't we? And there was also the case of running down to the shops to get a bag of sugar, but Gravity finished in the end just about as we were.
Yeah, it did turn out that we forgot to put a kilo of malt in.
Well, 1 kilo of base malt short.
Anyone can make a mistake like that.
Yeah. First time brewing that.
Yeah.
Rob's Brewing Centre. What's the name of the brewery here?
The Brew Shed.
The Brew Shed.
Brew Shed.
Yeah, the Brew Shed.
Yeah, anyway, I think like we said earlier, we'll tune in for a review. Might be good, might be bad. Might not see us again if it's terrible.
That's
if you never see us again, you'll know why.
Probably won't see me or Shane again.
Yeah.
Then I go back to flying solo.
I'm gonna hang out my my brewing wooden spoon. So yeah, we'll all see you then. Thank you guys for helping out.
Thanks, welcome.